It's not going to be very long. It's just we're going to go over how to add agents to a broker website. And this is going to be great. I apologize that it's taken us so long to get this up and running. And just want to thank all of you for your patience. It's been a long October. Okay, so I'm in a broker account, and I'm going to go over to Manage Agents. So here I am at the Manage Agents screen. And these are all of the agents I can currently manage. And you do have the ability to manage your agents, but if you go into their account, you'll end up not being able to edit their websites. So I'll let you know when that function has been restored. But for now, let's go over and add an agent. So I have my Add Agent screen up. I'll just fill out the information. Of course, the username will be the email address. One thing about the password is the password now needs to be at least 6 characters long. So it doesn't matter, there's no number letter combination, but it does need to be 6 characters long. And phone number. Actually, I'll just copy this one. Go ahead and ask questions if you have them as I'm doing this. Okay, email will be business. Go ahead and create that agent. Okay, so I've just created the agent, and now I need to give them a website. So I'm going to come over here to my Home drop-down, and I'm going to go over to Manage Sites. And I'll find myself here. Okay, let's do this one. So I'm going to just give a subdomain and hit Create Site. You're going to get an error that says failed to create a new website record for agent. That's not true. It really did create the record. That's all that there is to it, is just adding the account from the Manage Agents area and then adding the website from the Manage Sites area. When you do add the account, and we have tested this, putting their photo in and putting all their information in will indeed put them on the roster. Of course, you'll need to put them in the correct office. And then, I have a question. Does the username still need to be an email address? Yes, it does. And it needs to be a unique email address. One thing about the office I do want to point out is that if you have a drop-down of offices available, this will not work, so you just click on the area of the office name. So I'd click here, and that would bring up all of my offices. So don't click on the down arrow, just click in the area where the office names would appear. Okay, so anyway, this will create the record that puts them on the agent roster. It will give them a website, or excuse me, the Managed Sites will give them a website. Creating a subdomain for the agent will also give them the subdomain off the broker domain. So it will take care of all of that. The only thing is, once you create the website, you will still need to send it over to me or to support so that we can do a few things like add the MLS, and also I think there's one more thing that I do from the database. So still be sending those over, but as you can see, you can do 90% of it on your own now. So that's really all that I have as far as adding new agents. Go ahead and ask me the questions that you have. Oh, the question is, do we get a choice of a website template? So Diana, the way that will work and the way it's worked in the past, it will be the same. As soon as you create the website by giving them that subdomain, Again, that's just over here, find the agent, give them a subdomain. That will give them the default template for that broker. So they'll have all of the template choices within your brokerage. Whichever template is the default template will be the one that they get, and then you can go in and swap out the different template. You will need to log in as the agent to do that though. So when you set them up, you'll have to remember the password you give them and then log in as the agent to give them the template you want to give them. Okay, and so then I have a question about the status of the search not working properly. Catherine, I'm not sure what exactly you're referring to. Maybe you and I can touch base after this training and we can go over what for your MLS isn't functioning properly. So yeah, so if you don't mind, I'll just catch up with you after the training and we can talk about that. And then, is it a temporary process that we need Blueroof to set up MLS feeds? Yes, that is temporary. We will have this so that it's automated completely and you don't need to go through us at all. So that's just for now that you will send them over. And then Heather has a question, will I be able to add agents to any office? Yes, you will. So again, from that Manage Agents page, and I have tested that. All of the offices within your brokerage will be available. This is just my test broker, so he doesn't have any offices. But all of the offices will be available and you'll be able to select from any office. And that will put them in the correct office. And Catherine, I will call you after the training. So what other questions about this process do you have? Will agents get a confirmation from you once the website is finished with setup? Catherine, right now we don't have the automated email that sends out their username and password, so we'll need to give that to them manually. So you'll send the email to me, I'll set up their account, I'll send it back to you, then you'll just let them know that their website is up and running. So there's still, it's a little bit manual, but we're working on it. And then Tanya, as far as only being able to see one agent, I'll look at your account after the training. It may be if you don't mind shooting me an email just so I remember. I'll also write it down, but I'll look and see why you only have one agent. And then how do we send the MLS info over to support? Heather, for now, if you would just send that directly to me, that's probably the best way of getting it handled. So just send it to Ann, A-N-N, at blueroof360.com. Okay, and so Tanya, I'll look at your account and figure out where your agents are and how we can get them in. There are a few things I might need to try. But I think I can probably get them all in for you. Are there questions about adding agents?